Hello and welcome to another episode of Tiksu to UniTartu. Today we have a representative from the UniTartu Student Union, and they are going to be giving us the inside scoop of UTSU and all its functions. Eneken, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yes. Hello. Thank you so much for having me. So, my name is Eneken. I am studying politics and government in the Johan Schutte Political Studies Institute. And I am a student representative for the institute and also the student representative for the social sciences faculty students.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. And so UTSU, or the UniTartu Student Union, we will be using the acronym of UTSU. We'll probably be saying UTSU, UTSU, so that's fine. But what is UTSU and who is in UTSU? What do you guys do?
So UTSU, or the UniTartu Student Union, is let's say, an organization that is for representing students in the university's executive, governing bodies, to really speak on behalf of students, and that the university doesn't forget about the students, because it happens more often than you'd imagine. They're very into academics and so on. So we talk on behalf of study quality, so teaching and learning, and on other very important topics like equal treatment and the higher education funding.
Yeah, great. And you guys do meetings with the rectors and,
Well, it depends. Meetings with the rector is a bit unusual because he's a very busy man.
Yeah, of course.
But this year we've had one meeting with the whole rector's office, I guess, on the topic of equal treatment, and that was very exciting and a very interesting meeting, and I guess for some once in a lifetime experience.
Yeah, so basically, if a student wants to get their voice heard by the higher ups in the university, UTSU is probably the best way to get there.
And there are different levels to that. So you can join, or you can give your candidacy in for joining an institute student council. So you're really representing the students in your institute. So you'll be working with the institute's board and its council. Or you could go to the faculty student council, where you're gonna, talk with the dean's office and collaborate with them. And then presumably you have some experience. You've been a representative for longer, then you can be elected as a board member of the student union. And then you can really, talk to the rectorate almost monthly and so on.
Great. And maybe a little bit more about yourself. Why did you get involved in UTSU?
Well, the story actually began in my first year of bachelor. So I'm doing my bachelor's degree here. And I gave my candidacy, didn't get elected. And I was like, okay, well, that's that. But I did my work in a student organization that is based for my my program, and I was also a peer tutor for 2 international master's programs, and I think that was the experience that kind of pushed me towards the union, because it was a great experience, and I got a lot of friends from it. But there were a few study quality problems, and then I really got into contacting the representative in the institute and helping the students who are here, international students, to find some ways that they can enjoy still and pass the course or something. So that was very inspirational and also motivating thing to do.
Yeah, I love that. Instead of sitting by and complaining, you got involved to fix something. That's pretty good. So personally, I don't know that much about UTSU. So for other students, what would you say is the number one thing, or maybe a few things that you'd want people to know about UTSU?
Well, first and foremost, that we are, I guess, the front of the students, especially in the face of, the university staff. We are fighting for your interest. We are trying to, push the perspectives of students into like developing plans and so on. And each and every perspective, especially in this case, international students' perspectives and their experiences are needed and valuable. So you're very welcome to join us. Not maybe this year, but next spring we'll have another round of elections, and international students are a bit underrepresented in the union. So you're awaited.
Yeah. And what exactly does like UTSU do for a student? A student comes to you guys with a problem. What's the process, and maybe what do you guys do for students?
So usually the problems that students have are fairly like local, if I may say so. Like they're concerning one specific course or something. So when they come to us, it might be, anonymously or, personally, that, hey, I have this problem with this course or this topic. Could you help me with it? And we might give you advice on how to, approach it, or we could go to the lecturer themselves or the program master to, find a way to, make a compromise about it. But the problems vary from, very everyday things.
Yeah.
Like I once I got like students asked me to ask if it was possible to put like back hooks under the like desks so they could hook their stuff there, or like very specifically like this lecture has some problems with like the structure of the Moodle and so on.
Okay. Yeah. And these problems, are they usually, if a lot of people come forward, then it's maybe something that gets taken up higher. But if it's, smaller problems, is it more kind of solved inside the union?
Yeah, solved inside the institute.
Okay,
then,
the institute. Yeah. Okay. And as a student, like maybe you could just tell me, what are my rights? I as a student at the University of Tartu, maybe you could just let me know as a general basis. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, actually, just in case, wrote them down so I wouldn't forget anything important.
Perfect.
So your rights as the University of Tartu student are to receive quality education and being fairly assessed on the basis of your, tasks, treated with respect and without discrimination. So, respectfully treated.
Yeah.
And you have a right to participate in decision-making process, especially, through the union.
Yeah.
So come be a student representative. And then also seek help if you experience unequal treatment or bullying or something else harmful.
Yeah. I know like a lot of foreign students maybe feel, some of the effects of, being somebody with a different skin color, maybe in a country, maybe of a different background. Can those students get involved in UTSU? Can those, foreign students join up to maybe try to make a difference?
Of course. And it is like, at least personally, and I believe for the union too, is very important that the union is as, multicultural as the university is, so we can really represent all types of students, because it is the biggest university in Estonia, and we are very international, and it doesn't matter what kind of skin color you have or where you're from or what kind of person you are, as long as you're able to work with each other and be kind to each other, then you're awaited. And the comment that I might give, we talked a bit about it before too, is that I would recommend that if you were to start as an international student with representing, then start with the institute level.
Yeah.
Because it is a bit easier to navigate since the university as a whole is more Estonian based.
Yeah.
So for you to, get a hang of what kind of processes are going through, then institute would be an easier way of starting. University of Tartu Student Union also has a translator. There's only only one person though, so you can be included into other activities. But there's still a barrier between the other representatives and international students, which again is a great problem to solve. But then again, you have this issue of, academia should stay Estonian. And if we turn to English-based like representing, you go into these dilemmas. But again, all international students are very not expected, but you're welcome to join.
Yeah, that's great. I mean, that there's the translator there to implement or get some more foreign students involved. I mean, as a foreign student, I appreciate that. And yeah, they're doing great work. You guys are, I think. So I wanted to ask you, if I have a problem personally with a lecturer, maybe study quality, anything else, how can I contact UTSU? How can I get in touch with you guys?
In what institute do you study?
Well, I was in the one of humanities, so business administration. Yeah.
So there are different ways you could find your representative. I heard that you're studying in bachelor's level. So you could contact your bachelor's level representative, and you can find the contacts on UTSU's website, which is twwi.ut. I think maybe you can put it on the screen somewhere. I don't remember
We'll
it
make sure
specifically.
to link it or something.
But basically, if you Google UTSU, then it will come up, and the website is also in English. And hopefully they can help you with your problem, and assist you on finding the way to to find a fair solution to that.
Yeah. But there's also maybe like an email contact or
and like from the contact you can find the email and so on. But if you wanted more specifics, then there's also information on, if you have a problem with course, then what to do and so on.
Yeah. And where can I find UTSU? Maybe just like in your office, maybe a physical location. I want to come talk to you.
Oh, okay. Well, you're welcome to come talk to me. So we are located next to the main building. So the specific address, Vincent, if you'd like to come, is you type in to Google Maps, Ülikooli 18B. It's called Tõllagur in Estonian. And I think it translates into like carriage, something like carriage house. And I assume like they held carriages there before us,
At one point.
Yeah, carriages to students. It's basically the same thing. But if you'd like to come and talk to us in person, then at least the board of the union should be there during working hours. And if they're not, I can give you my number so you can call me and we can meet up,
Great. Awesome. One other thing I wanted to ask you is maybe what is your favorite thing that UTSU has implemented at the University of Tartu?
Well, I was going to get into the history of UTSU.
Go for it. I'd love to hear.
I mean, I'm not really an expert yet, but I will do my research because a trigger warning. It's my first year in the union. Oh no! But we're turning 105 this year, which for Estonia is a fairly long time to exist. We're a little bit younger than the Republic of Estonia. But for me, I think the most important thing that has been implemented in the university is that you can study during your academic leave. So it makes you're able to make your study journey more flexible, and you're not completely divided, or you're not away from the university for a longer time.
Yeah.
And
Maybe you could explain what academic leave is for somebody that doesn't know about, kind of the functions of the university and what you can do here.
so let's say I am doing a bachelor's degree. It is 3 years. The nominal time is 3 years. And for some reasons, for personal reasons, or, my mental health, or I just want to take a break from studying, I take academic leave, which means that basically I put my nominal time on pause. So let's say I have been studying for a year and a half, and then I see that, hey, I need time for myself for whatever reason, and I give in my academic leave, and then my studying time is paused. And you can do it for up to a year, I think. And then when the academic leave ends, you can continue with your nominal time. So you can kind of use it as an extension for personal.
And you remain a student status the entire time.
Yeah, there are some specifics, but you won't be thrown out. I don't know the specific
I think
word.
it's like exmatriculated is the word.
Yeah, exmatriculated.
That was a new one for me when I came here, and I'm the English speaker, right? Yeah, but that's really cool that you guys got that implemented to be able to, so you can maybe just lighten your study load significantly.
Yeah, in a way, if you need to. Trying to think about something else that would be very interesting for the listeners that we've done. Also, UTSU has contributed on the discussion on the higher education funding, the discussion between should the higher education stay free or not free.
Yeah.
I mean, for Europeans, it's at least for Northern Europeans.
Yeah, for us foreigners, we are paying tuition. There's some exceptions, but
yeah. Well, it is okay, but it is a very important discussion in the spirit of Estonians or something.
Yeah, for sure.
So UTSU has participated in the Council of Rectorates, rectors from different universities around Estonia, and also they have gone to the parliament to talk about the importance of free higher education.
Okay, so we talked about a little bit, a lot of the study, the more nitty gritty. What are some fun things that UTSU does? What are you guys in charge of in terms of events? Maybe, putting some smiles on some faces.
Well, the events that you could really see, I guess, in your study time that UTSU is responsible for are firstly the National University Ball that is happening every December. We are organizing that. And then, night and morning libraries. We are responsible for that.
Okay.
Collaborating with the university's library.
Yeah, I know that's one of the big complaints is that the university library isn't open enough. So getting those extra morning and night hours is clutch for so many students.
Important, yes. A few hours in the morning and the evening. And then coming to internal actions, there are trainings for representatives, and also social events to really build the community, because you can't really do anything without the community.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah. And in terms of looking ahead for UTSU, what are you guys' plans for the rest of the academic year? And is there anything you're really excited about, taking off?
Well, the exam season is coming very fastly. But we recently held our elections. The election results came out actually on Monday. So now we're in the process of, giving or passing the work over. So if I'm finishing with my mandate as the chair of the council, then
Mandate.
Well,
I know.
It's a formal way of saying it.
No, I like it.
Since I study political science and so on, I'm finishing my mandate. Then, bringing the new people on board and so on. So onboarding and offboarding. And then the union's board mandate, again, is finishing this year. So they are elected for 2 years. So the parliament of the union, which is made from different faculties. So there's 4 faculties in the University of Tartu. Faculty student councils, they are going to elect the new board for the next 2 years. And I'd say I am most excited about that because, you will be choosing 3 faces for the next 2 years that will lead the union and coordinate everything that we do. And then there's this fun party that UTSU is turning 105. Yeah.
Awesome. Are you going to be going for another term?
Well, maybe.
Maybe we'll have to see when the ballots come out.
Well, the thing is, Vincent, I didn't give my candidacy in for the faculty or institute representatives. So maybe you can guess which way I'm heading. Yes.
Okay, there you go.
But I'm not, there's, Estonians are very, how do you say, suspicious? No?
Suspicious?
Not suspicious, but, knock on wood and so on.
Yeah. Superstitious, I guess.
Superstitious, yeah. Suspicious, superstitious, it's basically the same thing.
Same difference.
Yeah. Tomato. But yeah, I'm not going to say anything. But, maybe we should
Fingers crossed.
we should have another conversation about the issues and so on. Yeah. And all the international students are welcome to join us.
Absolutely.
Because I think that international students are very important, especially from my peer tutoring experience.
I think they're very important too.
Yeah. Right?
So as we are kind of approaching the end of our time here, I wanted to ask you 2 questions, one a little bit more fun, one a little less fun. Firstly, did we miss anything? Is there anything that we haven't covered that, you want people to know about UTSU?
Currently, the most relevant topic is equal treatment. And when I was thinking about the podcast and coming here, I really thought that international students, in a way, have an interesting leverage over the university because you are like an outside eye.
Yeah.
You know what kind you have a different perspective on this topic, and we are trying to show that some stuff should change, and international students, whether you come from another university or you're only starting here your academic journey, you can give inspiration and point out some problems that the Estonian eyes can't see.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And I think that international students are also kind of an ambassador to their own country because, there may only be 10, 20, 30, 100 people from that country coming to the University of Tartu. So they do have that kind of leverage and they're going to bring back their experience back to their country,
Yeah, and not only ambassadors for their own country, but also ambassadors in a way for the University of Tartu.
Yeah.
So the experience that they have here is very important because, if you might go back to your home country and your friend asks, "Oh, how was that university?" and you might say, "Yeah, it was cool, and I learned a lot, but there were some systematic problems."
Then it becomes a problem. Yeah. Definitely. So my last question is one I ask everybody: if you could recommend one Estonian thing to somebody coming to Estonia for the first time, maybe it might be a movie, a place, a food. What would it be? For me, it's the sour cream here. I love Estonian sour cream. I don't know what it is. They just do it better.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, what do you eat it with?
Everything.
Everything?
Potato, meat, everything.
Dumplings? Well, I'd say get into Estonian indie music. That's interesting. And especially the 2000s indie music.
That's a good recommendation.
Yeah,
I really like.
It's a bit niche,
bit niche. I like it though. Yeah. But thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for sharing about UTSU. And hopefully, we've educated some students that haven't heard about you guys before.
Yeah.
Hopefully, yeah. So that's all the time we have, and this has been Tiksu to UniTartu. Thank you.